All right, welcome everyone, Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Jujutsu Kaisen, Season 3, Episode 3. The squad.
Yeah.
The squad is all together. We got everybody down in the basement about to pick up some weapons.
Just guns.
About to get
Lots
some
of guns.
exposition. Oh my god, yes. All of them with just a massive just arsenal would be fantastic.
Would love that.
Yeah, although a couple people are already kind of set, probably in the weapons department.
I think
side
so.
of things, most likely. Although, I mean, Yuta's sword was kind of snapped in half.
Yeah,
there.
that's true. He might need a replacement. Yeah.
And also, I think there was probably nothing really special about that sword. That was probably just a
No, it's
basic
just
ass
like,
katana.
It's a good sword.
Yeah, and he just put his cursed energy in it. So, all right,
Yep.
awesome. Tengen, I would love to know, like, in what way you're going to help, because it feels like us opening the door for you is just a way that things are going to go badly. So maybe you should stay in here unless, the barriers are all boned at this point. So it's just a matter of time before they all go away.
Yeah, what are you going to tell our protagonists? Because you're kind of this almost unknowable, like, alien entity.
Yeah, we almost did our ritual with you back in Season 2, but no, your reincarnated vessel got kind of Toji'd. As, Toji's things tend to get, Toji'd.
Yeah, with extreme
Fuck
prejudice.
them kids, am I right,
Yep. So, why now? What is your missive going to be for these young peoples?
I think what it is that he's going to know a bit about our antagonist.
Sure.
Because Tengen is that old. He's actually going to know, okay, this is what I can
Here's the
give
deep
you.
lore.
Here's some lore. Yeah. But then, okay, y'all are going to have to decide what to do with Megami's sister, though. That'll be probably point of order number 1.
Yeah.
Unless the group immediately splits up due to differences of goals and motivations here. Because that is the other thing. Like, right now, survival is important. But, if anybody's, like, confident, they might end up just being like, yeah, I don't need you guys. You guys just put a target on my back by being next to Sukuna.
I don't think any of them are dumb enough for that. Shit is properly borked right now, and so the fact that there's only this many of them is already a problem. I don't think they're gonna divide things up anymore.
Maybe though, if they need to go and recruit more people, like
that would be helpful.
Just being like, let's enlarge our numbers. Let's go send you to so and so, you to so and so.
Right.
Yeah, we need Panda in the group.
I would
Obviously,
definitely not
their
be opposed
survival
to that.
rate will go up just dramatically because they have a mascot.
And just their general, like,
Mental
strength
health.
of heart. Yeah.
True. So yeah, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. Right. Greeted by heritage and or their nature, not their name. Oh.
Okay. Person?
Ah. Okay. Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. No reincarnation for
time
you.
left.
Oh no. That was all they
Okay.
had.
Now I'll
Sumimasen.
insert myself into the conversation.
Guys, maybe we should go back. Oh.
Okay.
Damn, she looks just so badass though. Oh, here we go.
I'll tell you a story.
We're going back in time. Whoa. Right. Is limited by curse manipulation. Oh.
Oh.
Oh no.
How's that supposed to
So
work
that's why we need
exactly?
you protected. The barriers are going down. Oh no.
Okay.
You're that weak. You're desperate, basically, for any kind of...
Yeah. Any port in a storm.
Right. I'm in all these barriers. I'm in all these places.
Okay.
I love this. That is structure. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we would have curses on a nasty level. Why do madmen do what they're doing? Who the fuck knows?
Yeah.
We'll find that out later.
Right now, let's not think about motivation.
Yeah, and he can control cursed spirits. Yep.
Okay.
Oh, fuck.
Game of chess, basically. Guard the king.
Yep. And it's just a matter of time, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh. What?
Okay.
Whoa. So Six Eyes wasn't, with Gojo back then. That's just something with,
Okay.
Fucking Toji!
Cool.
Oh, whoa.
Okay.
We're getting to fate, like...
Okay.
死滅回遊はプレイヤーの磁力とコロニーとコロニーで結んだ境界を使ってこの国の人間を彼岸へ渡す儀式だ。
It's a birthing ground, yeah.
Kenjaku 自身も縛りを負っている。
Right, these are his limitations.
ゲームマスターはKenjakuではない。
Oh.
Oh.
にとって不利に働くな。
So who...
Uh-huh.
Right.
Okay.
That's a good bit of info there. Shit. Right. But we can't prohibit its progress.
Right.
So that's the loophole is...
So you gotta kill
end of the
minimum
game,
20
but
people.
have people have the ability to leave the game.
Right.
That's... Oh. Cool.
Okay.
私はまだ天元と話し足りなくてね。いいかな、おっこつくん。はい。
Yeah.
So now we're back to the kids, basically being the crew to go on the outside.
Wait, what?
五条悟の解放。
Oh,
What?
shit!
ために必要な獄門鏡。裏。
Our first magic item. Oh,
Okay.
Hell yeah.
この裏門を封印することで表の気配を抑えていたんだが無駄だったね。
Okay, so then what does this do for us?
Yeah, Toji. Yeah. He was kind of dealing with it. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, he was thinking about that. Okay.
Oh shit. Terrifying.
Yeah, there's got to be some crazy limitations on that, though. Damn. Wow. Whoa.
北海道が入ってないのは呪術連の結果。そうだ。あの地はすでに巨大な霊場として奈良市が。
Oh, fun.
Okay.
今11月9日の午前9時。プレイヤーの術師が覚醒したのは10月31日24時。
10 days.
By the new year.
Yeah. Whoa. Whoa, die. Wait.
Right.
Wait. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
初めから結界の中にいる一般の人らはどうなんの？
少なくとも一度は外に出る機会を与えられる。
マジ？
It would be... Because then they were not really entering, they just started there. Does Yuta have any points?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good question.
Right.
If you know that it's not... Oh my god, this is a goddamn video game.
Yeah,
Like,
it really is.
what?
Fully automated.
Oh, that's bad then.
Right.
Sure. So you could add interference or complications.
Yeah.
判断基準があっち任せすぎる。
Yep.
Because if it's automated, then it's based within... Right,
So then
right.
the rules would also be in place on themselves.
Yeah.
また人を殺さなきゃいけないのか。いや。
Yeah, a change in points, not an increase in points. You could find a way to theoretically...
If you add a rule to be able to reduce your points.
Yeah.
Or another way to alter your points that
Yeah.
isn't killing.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
私はまず全員家に戻ってジュグに回収。サトルが封印されて間もなく。
Oh.
戦機庫のジュグはカモ家と全員家が持ち出してす。
Oh, no.
Gotcha. Right. So we need to get him back home and be like, hey, this guy's in charge.
Well, they're probably not going to like you doing that, though. Maybe they won't have a choice.
僕は早速コロニーに入って海遊に参加するよ。積木さんや伏黒君たちが海遊に参加する前に
Okay.
少しでも情報を集めたい。それから積木さんに何かあった時のために近場のコロニーは避ける。
Cool.
出る場合か。大丈夫だ。その時は俺が死んだ後、しっかり殺してもらえ。
That's not what I want.
金次？
Yeah, who's that?
定学中の3年生だよ。
Oh.
Okay. So we
Well,
need
people.
everybody.
Yes. Recruiting is good.
裏っ気があるけど乗ってる時は僕より強いよ。
What?
それはない。
All right.
Big complicated plan, but I like it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if anything, the biggest part we were worried about, them splitting the party, is what's happening here. But it seems like in a lot of ways there's going to be a lot of easy means to move about Japan once things get going.
ありがとう。
Yeah.
助かった。死ぬなよ。
Hey. And that was the
Alright.
last they saw of each other.
No!
Oh, that's my bro. Yeah, yeah. Shut the fuck up. Like-
Yeah. Okay.
So who do we focus on first? Oh, is this where Hikari is? Is he a comedian?
Trying to be.
ようわからんきっかけで急に売れるやつ。ぎょうさんおる。でもそいつらは急におもろなったわけやない。
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They did enough crowd work and then went viral on the internet.
Your
Yeah.
material's just not good.
お前にできる向いてること。
Damn.
俺は嫌いやな。
Yeah, I always thought you were pretty funny.
おもろなくても売れるやつは売れんねん。
True.
ずっとおもろいやつとずっと自分のことおもろいと勘違いできるやつや。
I love it.
Such a jaded guy.
Yeah. Wait, so is this the dude from the OP? Is he gonna get that
I think so.
ridiculous
Yeah,
outfit?
yeah, yeah. What?
どうしてさんくらいが。
Oh, no, no, no. No, it's just somebody. This is just somebody that got brought in. Someone that
Yeah.
developed a curse technique or awakened as a sorcerer. All right.
Okay, we got a plan.
Holy plan and discussion in our in our blank space, altered, extra dimensional plane where we can then have our demigod Tengen be like, all right, y'all are kind of fucked, but you know what?
Here's the situation.
Here's how you're fucked. Right. So you know exactly how you can mess with the rules and the game itself. And let's go into it, because this is actually just a game. This is some Hunter ass.
We have actual rules. It has
hard rules.
It has complications and things, so it's not just like this is a game, but it really just simplifies down to just, hey, do this one thing. Like, there's actual dynamic ways that the characters can interact with this, not just because of the actual game rules itself, but because of knowing the purpose behind the game, what it's for, what it's supposed to do. Cool. Yeah. Awesome.
So, Fogeto, aka Kenjaku, which is just fun. Okay. The person who has been trying to do effectively this for many years,
time,
but has been stopped twice before by the sorcerer who wielded the six eyes. Fun. Just the idea of someone that reincarnates, or a technique or an ability or a trait or something that reincarnates. Fun. We'll save that for later, but that's just a thing that is going on here. Gojo had it, hence why this story is coming about.
And so sealing him was the objective, not just because killing him's difficult, but because killing him would not actually get you what you wanted.
Right, but you needed to do this in a timing manner that you could. You obviously are only going to seal him for probably a decent amount of time, but nothing crazy long. Nothing on the ancient sorcerer level.
Anyone who's still out there is going to be like, all right, is there any way we can unseal Gojo? That's going to be their biggest objective.
Right, and thus having there be a period of time where you have to do all of your plans within that, aka 2 months approximately for a nationwide ritual. Fun. I love the way in which the themes of, magical users that then invoke rules on their territory. Right now, basically, this Kenjaku is saying, Japan will be my territory. And from there, we'll then cull the whole world. And it'll be a forced evolution along the lines of what Yuki and actual Geto talked about of the ways to end the conflict, if you will, between curses and sorcerers.
And there were a couple things that they brought up that made this very fun and interesting, and I'm glad that the characters were informed of. One, Kenjaku is not the game master.
No.
Okay, cool. That is what I was entirely assuming and stuff. So the fact that isn't the case, great. And then two, that whole rule of the game master must allow the rule unless it significantly impedes the ability of the game to continue. That means
we're going to add a lot of rules.
No, right. But clarifying that is actually something that will be forced to be done in good faith and done fairly.
Because it's automated.
Because it's automated, but also because of how Jujutsu sorcery works. If you have rules that are in place, there are rules on the other side to balance it out, right?
Yes.
That's why you have to say what your technique is and things like that, right? And so that is the biggest thing that would basically keep people from participating, not just in, there's the whole thing of the people that don't know how all this works and they're just scared and, okay, so they turn to violence and all that stuff, right? They cannibalize each other. Okay, cool, that works. But as far as main characters going in and actually saying, hey, we are going to engage with this death game, unless they're literally being forced to, that's always going to be the question of, okay, yeah, you say that you'll do this thing, but I have no guarantee, right? And you're manipulating us to do this thing, so kind of the best way to win is not to play. But, oh, hey, because of this, no, we know that is actually going to work, and so now we do get the benefit of basically being like, all right, these characters are going to need to interface with this fucked up death game and be like, all right, who are the 20...
sorcerers.
20 sorcerers
out there.
They're the worst out there that I can kill in order to add a rule that will help people escape this, right?
Well, in a lot of ways, I'm kind of surprised that Megumi is not going with Maki, because it feels like we're very much set up for the Maki's like, oh, I know where I can find 20 Jujutsu sorcerers that need to fucking go. Girl's about to go ham, actually.
Well, and getting the weapons and all that stuff, great. But yeah, there's the, sorcerers that just need to go in general, but then also something that I can do that will make all of them come out of the woodwork so that then you can deal with them, right?
Right.
That way you don't have to worry about the judge and jury part of it. It's just, all right, cool. All right, you want to pick a fight? Let's go.
Yeah.
We can boogie. But
yeah, give me the weapons. No. Oh, I was hoping you'd say that.
Right.
Pulls out blade and gun and just starts going.
Yeah.
I mean, no, she's not mine. She's not pulling out the gun. She's pulling out the blade. She's doing this classic old school style, you know?
But also the idea that we have something where we know why the characters will need to split up, I really like, because that makes sense. If Tengen is this important to the piece, like, that gives... We understand what the win condition is for the antagonists, therefore we know how the heroes can fail, right? Beyond just the morality and all the madness that's going to happen within the Culling Game, right? Yeah. And so the idea that, okay, cool, we also have some of our most powerful characters go off and be like, all right, you're on guard duty, or you're on just rack up points and information in the Culling Game duty. That means that then we can go back to, all right, cool, Yuji and Megumi are going around and they are going to actually be in danger, right? Because now it's just the two of them.
Well, right, but also they're going to be doing the, let's just help people. Let's help the people that basically got, their abilities awakened or what have you.
Yep.
And they don't want to be doing this. What is the way in which we can help them by, one, this is a fun little clever thing that they can set up here, is make a rule that you can basically alter your points without killing.
Right.
That won't hinder the game in any way, significantly, I would say, especially if it's something where the
way that you adjust them is not just say, I want my points to be different or whatever.
Right. But
I would like to sacrifice 1 point.
Right. There's something where you could theoretically give points.
Yeah, if you could give points to someone else, then
give points is basically my first prediction. I would say
that's that can go on in perpetuity.
It can go on in perpetuity, but also it's something that would not hinder the game because you probably can't take those points back. So the idea is that maybe they put a rule where it's you can give points to another person, but you can't theoretically give points that were already given, so then you can't just have a circle, because that would significantly hinder the game, theoretically.
Sure.
So I think the idea of, if we have someone that basically we want to accelerate the rules being added, we could stockpile the points. And because if you give a point away, that means your point value changed. You then don't have to kill necessarily.
Sure, and that also means then you could have something where if, people will need to defend themselves over the course of this game. They get N amount of points, but that's not going to be 100 in order to make a rule. Okay, cool, now we have this rule where we can trade points or give points. Let's consolidate them and make a new rule.
Yeah, we can basically accelerate the making of rules by not having to necessarily run into the issue of, someone is just absolutely going apeshit, killing a bunch of people, and they're the only ones making rules because they're strong and they're, accumulating that. But the one thing I'm probably the most scared of, and this is something that I feel like is going to be made as a rule by not one of our protagonists, is that someone is going to make a rule that says, if you kill a sorcerer with points, you get their points. And that's the thing. That's the thing I'm most scared of, is that a rule is going to be made by someone that's smart and that is basically going, the way I can best protect myself is basically by making rules that benefit an increase in points, above all else.
Oh, yeah.
And then they basically also then make a rule where you can harvest points faster if you're killing people that they themselves have points, in addition to the value that they would be determined by the game master, which, we are literally probably going to get our One Piece bounty board situation.
Oh, sure.
Where Yuta is worth 5,000 points or something, and it's going to be oh, fuck, Yuta, you better not die,
I am also curious to see, given that there's it must be done in good faith and with fairness with regards to the adding of a rule.
Yeah.
You could do the, go to Chipotle, ask for regular meat, and then after they give it to you, ask for more meat, and say, make it a double, Where, you add one rule, you push the bounds as much as possible.
Jujutsu Hacks.
Yeah. You push the bounds as much as possible of, impeding the game, but not okay, it's just one rule. All right, it's a thing. All right, that's in there. Once that's done, the game master can't remove that rule. So now you add another rule, and it's that severely impedes the progress of the game. No. What, you can't count what this did as impeding the progress of the game.
Well, no, it can. You can, because basically the idea of that the rule itself is not made in a vacuum. It's all measured against whether it impedes the game. So if you basically have a rule that synergizes well with other rules in a regard that would then you would actually not be able to make those rules.
With the synergistic thing, absolutely, because then you have one rule that is effectively having a big effect, right?
Yes,
You're adding it in, and it has this big effect. But if, say, the effectiveness of the game, right, the progress of it or whatever, was reduced like 15% by one rule, and it's like, okay, all right, you can
that's
do
not
that.
significant.
Yeah, that's not significant. You can do that. All right, and then you have another one that reduces it by another 12%, right? like. No,
I get that, but it's still something where it's not actually then reducing it by 12% because the game has already been reduced by 15%.
Oh no, sure, yeah.
So no, I get what you're saying there, but that's something where
diminishing returns of because then it's 12% out of 100 versus 12% out of 85.
The part where I'm going to make another anime comparison here is that when you're wishing on the Dragon Balls, basically, you better fucking understand what you're wishing before you start speaking what rule you'd like.
God,
because that's the thing where I don't think you can do a Chipotle food hack here. Is that you're basically saying, hey, I'm not getting the ability to ask twice here. The rule, once it's made, is probably made. So this is some, watch your language around the Fae kind of situation here.
Yes. And
there's probably not a button that comes up and says, are you sure you'd like to implement this rule?
And I am
no, hold on. Let me put this through a little bit of a bit of a filter and understand, wait, what words do I want to use here?
And if it's something that the Game Master rules against, does that mean you lost 100 points? Yes. Or does that mean try again? I won't accept that, right?
Yeah. Well, that's where the little interface thing is going to come in here. I do like that in a lot of ways. This is something that I've seen about 30 to 40% of this type of thing in other stories, but I've never seen it committed to this hard.
Yes.
And so this is fun in that I see little pieces that were drawn from other anime, manga, or what have you, and that it's all mixed together here. And in some ways, what's fun about this is that Kenjaku can still win and the show can continue. Yep. This is a very scary kind of thing here where the show of JJK has basically already said, hey, Tokyo's done. It's over. So this isn't some world where there's no consequences and we can just reset things, it'll be fine. No, thousands of people are going to start dying. There's no way around that here.
Right.
Our protagonists are going to, add more deaths to their belts if they... It's going to put a whole new meaning to what's the head count of our main cast in Jujutsu Kaisen, because it's going to literally be a head count.
And quite frankly, the whole thing of actually the rule of you get the points of anyone you kill.
That's something I'm thinking is going to get added.
I think that would actually be, hear me out, a very good and moral thing to have added.
Sure.
Because that inherently adds a limiter onto the people that actually do the most killing are then going to be the most desirable to be killed.
Yes.
And it makes it so that points aren't lost. So eventually there will be a bunch of rules that will be able to be added, and that could be a way to break the game.
No, totally. That's why I still think it's going to be an amoral murderer that makes the rule.
Right.
But it's the kind of rule that I would say that...
if you're someone who racks up a ton of points, then
you have a target on your back.
You're right, exactly. You have a target on your back. You will boost the points that you get as well.
Right.
But that also means people will want to take you out.
What I also think, and I'm predicting here, will happen is that the game master will basically attach writers to the rules if they are too significantly affecting the thing of the game. So it's not that you will know and it will just be like, no, that doesn't affect it. There will be a clause that gets added by the game master to be like, yo, your rule
fix the rule.
To fix it. The rule gets added, but also this gets in it here. So an example of if the points cannot be lost or what have you, I think a natural writer specifically for that is and now to make this something where it actually is encouraged in some way, at any point, the top 100 scorers can be viewed through the interface.
Sure. Yeah.
But
A
you know
little
what then
number
that
floats
means?
over your head,
But
showing
then-
how many points you have.
Right then, you know what that probably means?
What?
Someone's going to turn on location searching as a rule as well. And
Oh,
they're going to
yeah,
be like,
absolutely.
if you have more than 20 points or more than 10 points, your location is known on a map of Japan through the interface for all users.
Yep.
No one is sleeping. That's the thing that this is going to get really like Hunter x Hunter Palace Invasion arc is that we're going to start counting down the days.
And I think you're 100% right that Yuta might already have 5 points.
Yuta might literally already have 5 points.
Because of, Yuji and all that, right?
And I am really mad that nobody asked that question here.
Yeah.
Hey, Tengen, how many points do I have? I don't fucking know. Ask the interface. And
Right,
it's
like,
like,
that
well, how do
definitely-
we access the interface?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. Go to a colony and enter into the game. You'll probably find out there.
That definitely feels like the kind of thing where you could have the, oh shit, we just, at the very end, I don't know, Yuta is only able to get to 97 points and he's about to die and, and then it's like, oh wait.
The reverse curse technique was actually, that broken.
I did kill him, and so then I should have 5 other points, and the system's like, fine, whatever. And he's like, all right, new rule. But, okay.
I do like that this exposition was given in a lot of ways to elevate the importance of the hidden inventory arc, because I do believe that in a lot of ways JJK peaked as far as storytelling with the hidden inventory arc, and like
that was really good, but the rest of season 2?
No, I mean as far as storytelling, like there's a lot that
Rather
goes,
than just like general hype and intensity.
Yeah. There's a lot of intense stuff for sure, but I'm just saying that the element of Toji, Geto, and Gojo, basically as this triumvirate, was just so well handled and executed that I love that
damn good.
Their actions and their existences have so much impact on the story here that basically provides the framework for potentially the rest of the series. Because in a lot of ways, the show absolutely could continue after the Culling Game, but I don't think it would continue much beyond that. At that point, it's probably just that, at some point Sukuna is going to get free. At some point, we're basically going to either need to have everybody try to stop Yuji, basically. Or this is going to be something where Yuji will learn over the course of this to be able to value his own life, and rather than constantly being like, oh, it's okay if I have to go through all this suffering, all that, I have so much blood on my hands that it's okay, that then it's we freed Gojo and Sukuna and whoever's on, Gojo's side, basically just,
all clash
and what have you, and then it's basically just what kind of world, if Yuji's even alive at that point, can we rebuild from here? And I think what it'll be, in a fun, fucked up way, is that Kenjaku will give enough agency to so many people through all their powers that they awaken, that it's just that, oh, no, the world just can't hide Jujutsu sorcery anymore. Jujutsu sorcery is the
just the fact that Tokyo
is the new order for the way things work in this world. And that's not a good thing or a bad thing necessarily, but it's just that that's where we are at. And I think it's delightfully dark that in some ways Japan basically is getting sacrificed on the altar of humanity's evolution. And it's like, oh, geez.
Yeah.
That's
we're not
messed
exactly
up.
dealing with a moral upstanding antagonist.
No.
anyways,
But it's the idea of why is Kenjaku doing this? It's the we had the thing that Geto brought up in the hidden inventory arc. That's why I think it's so important, is that he asked the question to Yuki, like, well, or Yuki asked the question to him, like, what is the actual way that this conflict ends so that we as sorcerers don't constantly basically forced to be killing machines until we either go crazy or die.
Right.
And Geto basically was like, oh, well, we could either force evolve all of humanity to become Jujutsu sorcerers. We could, by being able to control their cursed energy,
kill all of humanity.
Well, no, that was the hidden fucked up third option that he came up with, basically. And it's the what is the way that we what was it?
Yeah, you either get rid of Jujutsu sorcerers,
you get rid of the ability to even have like cursed energy or anything like that to begin with.
Yeah.
Or he was like, well, or you could kill all the humans.
Right.
And so, in a way, this is not a thing where all humans will die, but it's a most of humanity will die, and the only ones left will be Jujutsu
not
sorcerers.
humanity anymore. Yeah.
Well, they will be humans, but they won't be.
Right.
They will all be awakened to some kind of ability,
Yeah.
and so it's a literal population control.
Oh, absolutely.
Like 80% of humanity will die.
Yes. Yep.
So.
Yep.
So it's the kind of thing that.
We are in the crimes against humanity territory.
Yes, exactly.
Sure.
Yes. But I just want to know. I just want to know why. Like it doesn't feel like the kind of thing that started probably just with because he was an actual sorcerer. So like there was some kind of motivation.
Yeah, right. Like, there's always the possibility that it could just be someone with a fucked up perspective on, the world and all that stuff, right? But yeah, we don't actually know them that well and, know thy enemy and all that. So,
yeah.
What I'm curious about, given that it's going to be Megumi and Yuji going off by themselves, and it's the whole, wait, but what do I do about Sukuna and all that? Does Megumi have control of ultimate? Yeah. Because Sukuna defeated it before Megumi could die, right? Because he wanted Megumi to still be able to do stuff. And so, does that mean, like, even though it wasn't Megumi that defeated it, could he summon it now and have it effectively be like, I serve, right? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Because if so, that could get crazy, and that could maybe be one of the ways that he could not actually deal with Sukuna if Sukuna got out, but
well, yeah, Sukuna,
that would be one hell of a card in your hand.
I think that was also more of a build-up to understand that, yes, Megumi is a big deal. Sukuna clearly wants him as a vessel more than Yuji. But that being said, I think that builds up just that Sukuna is that big of a problem. That even this absolutely nonsensical spirit thing from hundreds of years ago or what have you, that basically is it will win eventually button. Sukuna broke that.
Right.
It's the right. So even if we did theoretically have Gojo v Sukuna, basically, Gojo's not guaranteed to win. Like
I think Gojo could do
I think Gojo with like 30 friends, I think he could sacrifice on the altar of, I will win at any cost here, could maybe be Sukuna.
I think Gojo would have to put down his glasses or take off his, eye band or whatever and be like, all right, I'll have to actually
try to look cool anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm going to have to actually be scrappy and dirty and all that.
Sure. Because we do have the promise basically for the storytelling people out here, Gojo's getting freed. Right. It's just, what do we have to give up? What do we have to sacrifice in order to get there?
And is he gonna get murked as soon as he's freed? Like, is some crazy thing gonna happen where it's like?
I think in terms of what Jujutsu Kaisen has set up, Gojo is necessary for this plot to resolve.
Yeah, we already
positively.
had the remove Gojo button pushed, so like.
Yeah. If anything, Gojo is that character that you basically have as like the side story. It's kind of like Reinhardt in Re:Zero. It's the equivalent of having a character that's so insanely overpowered, but they themselves are just one person. They are not the main character, but they will be there to give the heroes a chance against gods and, demons of, unlimited power and stuff. So...
Yeah.
Also, there was a lot of stuff regarding fate with with a lowercase f brought up in this episode. Yep. I really would love to know where this world has like the philosophy regarding the magic, the sorcery, and all that has to do with these ancient fate. Immortal beings and stuff. Because if fate is even something that binds anything in this world together, then we really have to potentially talk a little bit more about that weird flashback that we got with Yuji and having the woman there with the serrated forehead who's now clearly, been piloted by Kenjaku. And why is Yuji the main character, basically?
Beyond just, he was around and happened to
right.
swallow the finger of Sukuna.
Right. But it's more he's fated for something.
Right, because in a world where the magic has rules in the way that it does in this show, bringing in something like fate,
which is very soft as far as rules go.
Yes, but it is a rule.
Yes, it is a rule.
Right?
Yes,
and so it's
just undefined as far as.
And so the idea of cosmic rules that are not invoked by people, right? But it exists like at a will that goes beyond people, right? That is that's some potentially pretty wild territory to go into. And we have the whole things of like the gifts and all that stuff that people are born with and things like that, right?
Which is
of a similar kind of level, or the six eyes being passed down and all that.
Yeah, it could be some like god level stuff, basically, like, or gods and stuff. But I think the thing that immediately brings to mind is that if the six eyes are something that's inherited and passed down, just based on fate, basically. And that Tengen is basically no longer even an individual. This is more just, to me, something of we're hinting at some of the fundamental rules of this world that have existed as far as we know forever, might not have existed all along.
Yes.
An example of this is that all humans have a little bit of cursed energy. Why is that? Well, maybe it's because all human beings stem from, same evolutionary line, basically.
Well, yeah, exactly. So if they're Jujutsu sorcerers, they're humans, so it had to start with humans, right? Or it would make sense to start with humans.
Well, but why is it so all-encompassing? Why do we not have just humans with no cursed energy?
Well, I'm guessing it's probably... It's a manifestation of the whole idea of what curses are and the idea
and what the soul is. And
negative emotion and things like that.
Yeah,
so
all humans experience that, so they build it up from...
We live in this world, and so therefore,
Oh, right. But the idea to bring up fate, which kind of says then Toji broke the rules by having no cursed energy.
Right.
That's the kind of thing where it's like, okay, that's fun that heavenly pacts and all that and stuff can end up breaking all the rules for sure, but to me it hints at this world is built on rules that we will explore like in the long term.
Sure. Yeah. I feel like that makes sense.
Yeah. But all right, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon and get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel, see if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all
next time.